So in today's episode, basically we're going to look at how I use AI in the world of finance, right? Obviously, there are some basic things you can do, and there are quite advanced things you can do as well. So let's see. You can see my screen. Wonderful. Yeah. So how has the market been doing? Pretty stagnant in the last 1 week. Actually, it's very good because if you think about it, let me remove all the indicators. If you think about it from a clean, simple perspective, right? Absolutely in simple perspective, the market did break the long forming trend line of a negative trend line that was created. The market did break it. And it also seems like the market is now doing a beautiful consolidation before it starts going back up again, right? So this is something that's looking very nice, very interesting. So I'm actually very happy about this, that the market is not looking in a bad state as of today, right? Now, obviously, as you can see that we are a far journey away from us going back to the 26,000 high. But now I still strongly believe that we will go and touch the all-time high. I don't know if it will happen this year. I hope it happens this year, but there is a very high chance that this goes up. Yes, a lot of people, including a lot of people in this chat, are also worried about the Trump tariffs coming into the picture. How many of you are actually worried about the Trump tariff? I honestly believe that Trump tariff is, if you understand by now, is just a negotiating tactic. Nothing is going to happen with Trump tariff. India is going to be fine. In fact, I'm happy that we will have foreign companies coming into India. Let our car companies and all who are sitting peacefully and chilling, they need some competition that comes into the market, right? And whenever there's such competition, it's great for people like me and you only. So don't worry about that. One second. Yes. So don't worry about that. Let the Trump tariff come. It is great for people like me and you, and that is how it starts going up. Okay. Now, yeah, I think Trump is April fooling Karthik. Even I completely believe that. It's something nonsense that's going on. Now let's look at how do we use AI. Now we understood that okay, the market is now looking good, and there is a very high chance that we might start going up, right? EU obviously yes has taken a hit, but we understand now that the markets are doing well. In fact, Nasdaq, if you look at Nasdaq, they are not doing very well compared to let's see this. This is the Nasdaq market. Look at the fall, right? Quite a deep fall. They've lost obviously trillions of dollars, and they've broken their upward trend line as well, because the Nasdaq was actually going in a nice trend line. So they have actually broken that trend line also. So they're not looking very good right now. And if you look at the German market, they are doing much better. Even though if you see the whole Trump tariffs on auto car makers, which is affecting the EU companies, they are also taking a massive hit over here, right? So all that is completely fine. We don't care about all of that as long as our markets are doing now much better, and slowly we are going up. Anyway, we were immensely undervalued at this point. Corporate earnings are going to look good, so I think Nifty overall is going to look very attractive. Okay, now finish all of this. One question I want to ask all of you guys: how many of you all have any kind of subscription to ChatGPT? Perplexity, ChatGPT, Claude. How many of you all have subscriptions to this or might have subscriptions to this? Let me know. Any one of you all have it? Okay. So now I don't know if I've shown you this in the past, but I've shown you some basic stuff, right? Basic stuff as in, have I showed you guys Notebook LM? That Notebook LM is one of the free tools that are there in the market that you can use to, use AI to start doing a lot of things. For example, if you look, this is Notebook LM, right? This is something that I use as well. So Notebook LM is absolutely free. Manus, yes, I did show you Manus a little bit. Let me show you that today also. But first, let me show you the first tool, which is Notebook LM, which is free. Okay. Now, obviously, I'll show you the paid tools and how I use the paid tools. That also I will show you. But Notebook LM is basically free, where you can, see this is some of the companies that I keep tracking. This is not a buy or sell recommendation. This is the companies that I keep tracking, right? So for example, if I put the earnings call transcript and then I just tell it to give me a detailed explanation of this. Every time I go take a research report from the internet, I put it here and I tell, please compile it for me. So basically Notebook LM does it very quickly, right? If you want, I can show you a quick example. Go here. Okay. Let me take any company for now. Okay. Let me just go to Mankind. What you can do is you can take the transcript over here, right? Download the transcript and go back to Notebook. Okay, go back here, create new, choose a file, desktop, Mankind, and just wait for it to upload like this. This is very basic, what I'm showing you. I'll show you the advanced stuff as well, which very few people in the market will actually show you or actually use, but those are behind paid tools, right? Now, this is a free tool. So basically, I can just, this, I don't need the studio. So I can just say, um, okay, notebook, can you give me a detailed summary of this con call? Highlight the good stuff, the bad stuff, the guidance, the capex, and any other things that I should be aware of. Okay. So what it does is within a few seconds, this will basically make a massive, this will basically give it in a very instant format. It'll give you a nice summary like this. Yes, by the way, you can use these tools for a lot of things, but see how fast it makes a research, because I don't need to go and actually sit and read this 18-page mankind report, right? So this, what it does is it basically compiles it into a very quick and healthy format like this. So, and it also gives good information, right? So pharma held its Q3 Q9, this was the results. The year has been transformation. Okay, the good stuff, for example, revenue growth, healthy profit, outperformance, business turnaround. The bad stuff, corrective actions, regulatory headwinds, decrease in PAT. And you can go deeper and deeper and deeper into this, right? So if it is like a EPC company, or if it's like a construction company, you can actually go tell it to outline all the deadlines that it actually has in the coming few months or in the coming few years, and all of that can be used. So as you see, I've used it multiple times in the past, and this is something that I use quite often, right? So this is the free part. Now coming to the paid versions. Now this is where the fun slightly increases. Now one by one I'll show you. Remember I showed you Manus. So Manus is something that I'm currently experimenting very aggressively in the last few months. Now they've, I think, made it a little bit of paid kind of a thing they've got this into. But this is something that you basically need like a detailed invitation code to go in. I just got it, I didn't get it from anybody. So here I've been building different things, right? So yesterday I did a fundamental analysis of a company called DOMS. So I wanted to do research about a company, and I said, instead of me sitting and doing deep dive research, I made Manus do the deep dive research. See this, I'm an equity research analyst, please do a deep dive analysis of a company called DOMS. I wanted to do a detailed analysis, and you'll be shocked to see what it actually gave me. So let me show you how the result looks like. Sorry, let me show you how this PDF looks like. So this is basically what it made a detailed research about this. Look at this. Again, this is still free, right? So this is what DOMS is: company overview, okay, company facts, financial analysis, management team on top, recent financial performance. It has also made the entire annual financial trends, which are there on Screener and other website, the ratios, and it has given its own take, which is improving, declining, improving. Growth metrics is given here. Cash flow analysis given here. It has also said that there's significant increase in investing cash flow in FY24 of 458 crores. That means this company has recently done either a massive capex or it has moved into the right trajectory of growth, right? So you can see how shareholding pattern is here. Okay, then product portfolio, value chain integration, revenue model, how much money is coming from where. Okay, the competitive advantages, industry analysis, who are the competition of DOMS. Now can you believe this? Like if I had to do my own research on this, it would definitely take a long time for me to actually deep dive, understand each and every element into this company, and actually do some research on this. So this actually reduces my time quite drastically, and this makes it very, very, very beautiful. Look at this, the trends, the challenges, the growth, capacity expansion. Okay, what is going on with the capex, the diversification, international expansion, inorganic growth strategy, analyst projections. By the way, this has gone online and done all of this. I have not done it, right? So if I had to show you an example, um, this is for one, right? This is if I want to research about a company. So I can do another thing. Let me take a brand new company. Okay, let's see. Give me a company name, guys. Give me any company name. I want you to do a deep dive analysis of a company called, give me some idea. Cummins India. Manus needs an invitation code. Yes, unbeaten it needs. I applied on their website and I got it. I honestly did not apply for the, I did not take it from anybody, right? Let's do Zomato because it's quite well known. Zomato. Talk about the share, the company, the growth, the problems, the competition, and how it fares with its peers like Swiggy and Zepto. In the end, please give me your unbiased opinion on it. Okay, I just put the link of Zomato, basically the screener link, only to make it easier so it doesn't go all over the place, right? So let's see if it works. So we'll leave this in the side, let it do its thing. In the end, I will show you what basically happens, but I'll tell you why it's so mind blowing. Because if you really look at this right now, okay, I can also show you the terminal of Manus. Terminal of Manus means what is it basically doing via its own computer. So over here, if you see, it is going to screener by itself. It will scroll down, it will go through the conference call highlights, it will basically go through the investor presentation. Look at this, right? See how it's doing. This is the fear and also the crazy thing about AI, that it is actually doing everything by itself. Just look at that. See this? It is making its own information gathering processing, and it's doing it all on the right here, every single thing. So let this go on the way it's going on. This is, see, it's crazy. So let this continue to go on. Now this is the step 2, right? This is, I showed you step 1, which is basic analysis. This is step 2, where you go deeper into understanding and analyzing. Now let me show you something on step 3, which is ChatGPT, and then I'll show you step 4 of what I do, which is slightly more and more advanced, right? So this is basically, let it run in the background. We'll come back to this in the end. Now, with ChatGPT, you can do something even further. Now, let's say that you have a list of companies, but you don't know whether they are good or whether they are bad. Okay, let's say that you want to invest in a particular sector. Can somebody give me any sector? Right? Give me a random sector. Let me go here. Whether it is IT, hospitals, give me any sector that you might think is good. See, now you have to understand which sector is good. Okay, let me take, for example, let's take hospital sector. Okay, let's see if we can do hospitals. Let's go to Apollo. Now see this. This is Apollo. Obviously, there are a lot of hospitals. As you can see, Max, Apollo, Fortis, Narayana, Global. So what we can do is we can just click on sector as a healthcare sector, and you can see all of it comes here. Can you see this? All of it comes in the healthcare sector, right? Not just hospitals, every single thing. Now, what you can do here is, if I tell you, guys, tell me which is the best company in this entire sector, you will not be able to tell me the best company, because there are so many different variables. There is price to earnings variable, ROC, ROE, EV, EBITDA, what they look at with hospitals, what is the capex coming out, so many different problems that are there with respect to healthcare companies. So what you can do is you can just export this into a CSV format. Go back here, okay, just upload it here. Hi, I am a research analyst. Please go through this list of potential companies in the healthcare space. Want you to give me the top 3 companies that are good, both financially, and you can see them doing a good amount of capex for the future. I also want you to do a comparison on their valuations to determine the risk reward ratio. So what happens is, there are how many companies in this, right? If I go back here, there were approximately 82 companies that were basically there. Now, if I have to go through 82 companies, it is going to take a very long period of time for me to go and do research about each and everything in that sector, right? So I'm just saying, go through this entire thing, find out. I'm giving some basic criteria. I'm saying, because I know for hospitals, let's say I want the company to have done a good amount of capex. I want the financial ratios to be good. Obviously, I want to remove all the shitty companies out completely and only focus on the good companies. And as you can see, in every sector, there will only be like 2 or 3 good companies that actually work on this. So I don't want everything else to go over there. So you can see this top 3 healthcare companies according to this is apparently Indraprastha Medical, Shri Pace, and One Global. Now, another problem that happens here is when you do something like this, yeah, when you do something like this, what happens is you get good companies, but you also get some weird companies. So then you have to further prompt it, or say further go into it and say, I only want companies that are above market cap of 10,000 crores. Also give me the reason why you chose this. Oh shit, I think I forgot to put deep research. This is the mistake I did, right? So I want it actually to go deep, deep, deep into it. So let me just do it again. Yeah, I forgot to do deep research on this. Now let it go into it and do it, because I think I did a quicker version. Uh, GPT. I should have done 4.5 as well. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so let it go through it. Let it start doing its thing. So basically, what happens is it makes it far more easier for me, and as you know, it makes it very, very, very quick for me to go through it. Indraprastha obviously is not a bad company. I think it's also undervalued today at this point. So I think that is why it is good. Let me do this again. Let me refresh. GPT 4.5. Okay. Okay, it's doing its thing. Look at this. So now it is going to go and analyze this. You can just leave it in the side and do whatever you want in your free time, right? So now we have two bots running. We have one Manus. Let's see what Manus is doing. Look at this. Manus has gone into some website and it is doing a search on Blinkit versus Zepto, the battle, and poor guy is getting ad blockers on this website as well. But look at this. It is going through it one by one. It is going through all of these things, and you can actually go and see what are the things it has done. It is doing the stock analysis, financial data, and all of that, and it is going through it. It is just crazy. Like the world of AI is just going to an absolute nonsense nonsense thing right now, right? Now this is basically what is going on. Now let me show you another advanced level. So we have two things running in the background, which is ChatGPT. As you can see, ChatGPT is doing its own thing, and we have given it a focused file. And Manus, we have not given it. We've given it one thing and said do whatever you want, right? So these two things are currently running in the background. Now looking at point number 3, okay, where we start going slightly advanced. Now, do you know that there are so many research reports that are there in the market? Have you heard about this? So many research reports are there in the market, and I don't know how to look at them. So I basically have some Telegram groups that I follow, right? So let me just show you for some research reports, right? So there's one in INV Times on Telegram that's completely free, but it gives me a lot of research reports. Then there is also another thing called Equity Research Reports that basically gives me all of these research reports for absolutely free, right? Basically, wherever the research reports have been given, I get it for free. Now the thing is, if I, let's say, open this initiating coverage on trend done by Macquarie results, right? This is how it looks. Look at this. This is a research report done by this company for the growth of trend and what is their trajectory on this. It's a quite a detailed 16-page report. Now what happens for someone like me, who is a person who loves to look at one second, Satya saying waste of time. Is literally selling his AI product. By the way, guys, Manus is not my AI product. I wish I had Manus was my AI product. None of these things are my AI product. So Satya, I don't know whether you've been in the world of AI, but none of these tools are built by me, and I'm not Sam Altman. I don't own GPT. I don't own Claude. If I owned GPT and Claude, I would be worth billions and billions of dollars. Sadly, I'm not. I'm just using tools to enable it and show you how it works. None of this is mine. You can do what you want, whether you want to take it or not. It's not my concern, right? Now, for someone like me who is looking at the market day in day out, look at the number of reports that keep coming out on a daily basis. Look at this. So many different reports are coming out. Now, obviously, this is a free way to get all the reports. There are also some paid ways you can get reports. I think there is some website. I forgot which website. NDTV, I think, has research reports for paid. I didn't even know about NDTV having paid research reports, right? But either which way, you get all these research reports. Now, if I want to come here and learn all of this, it is going to be very impossible for me to go through each and every research report, because in a day, at least 10 to 15 research reports are shared. So what I've done is I have automated this process. This is now I talk about slightly advanced, right? I don't know how many of you all have heard of this company called Zapier. Have you heard of Zapier? How many of you all have heard Zapier? Now I'll tell you the future of automation and the future of AI. Now, think about this. There are so many research reports coming in. So I basically made an automated PDF summarization tool on Zapier. Right? This is, by the way, only for my internal purpose. This is not for external purpose. So I have made a Google Drive link. Okay, that Google Drive link, I forgot what it's called. I'll show you that. Okay. Yeah. So I've made a Google Drive link like this. It's called research reports. Look at this. So what I do is, me or my team, does not matter whether it's me individually or my team, will just download all the research reports from across the internet, whatever I feel is relevant. It might be irrelevant also. I don't care. because I want knowledge, right? I want to know what is happening in each and every field. And if I had to read 15 pages into 10 research reports, that's 150 pages of reading, which would be very difficult for me to do. So what I do is I tell my team, go on Telegram, go wherever you want. Even not just Telegram, even if you look at Trendline, right? Trendline also has this research report document, right? So if you go here to Trendline, click on reports, you will go here and see that again in a day. Look at this, all the reports keep coming up. So there's a recent report that came out on 27th on City Union Bank. ICICI has given a buy, for example, Tata Technologies. Now I can just go download all these reports, put it to that drive. Now what happens is when I put it to this drive, automatically Zapier checks if there is a new file uploaded. It runs some custom Java chip code and some custom code over here. I have linked it to ChatGPT through OpenAI. And what it does, it will send an email to me with the entire summary of that PDF document, and also puts it on Notion. If I ever want to sit in a flight tomorrow and start reading it, I can have an entire access to it. So what I do is, now this makes it something like this. Okay. So whenever somebody puts that report over here, I don't even have to read it on the spot. My team can just keep dumping reports into this Google Drive. And over time, this agent every 15 minutes looks at it if there's new files coming in. And let's say these are some old ones, right? Let me show you how this looks. Let's say that we have access security of the, look at this. By the way, completely automated, absolutely completely automated. So I have told these parameters, right? I said whenever there's a research report coming in, I want the growth drivers, I want the negative drivers. Don't give me only the good news, I want the bad news. Give me growth drivers, give me negative drivers, give me valuation metrics, and what did that company say? Is it a buy or a sell? What is the revenue growth forecast? Give me the summary, and then give me the link to download that file here as well. If I really feel that it is good, I want to go and download that file and look at it. And also give me the sentiment analysis. Was it positive or negative? So as you can see, if I click on that link, it'll take me to that Google Drive and then just download that file for me. And this is the file. Absolutely automated process, right? Absolutely automated process. So this is, I see, I don't know how much use this can be. I'm just showing you, as I said, this is level 3, level 4, right? The simple ones I've shown you, right? Simple ones I've shown you, but this takes it to another level. Now, very good question by Anshul. So Anshul is saying, why not simply upload all reports on Notebook LLM from a shared account? I'll tell you why, Anshul. So if I go to Notebook LLM and I upload this same report, I have to give it a prompt. I have to say, okay, Notebook, can you give me a detailed summary? And then I have to again upload the next report and do the same thing. Now, that time has got saved drastically because I don't have to even give it a prompt. The prompt is automated here. I don't know if I can show you. It is quite complicated. See, I'm not a coder, I'm a financial guy. I have absolutely zero knowledge in coding, but I have learned this by myself. I've looked at a lot of videos on YouTube, and I have made this by looking at the videos. I've edited to what I really need, right? So when I go to ChatGPT and I automate, look at this. This is the automation that is done. This is a stock research document. Compress it to the key points such as this. I can change this, by the way. I can add multiple things here. In the end, give a summary. In the end, please write sentiment analysis, positive or negative, and then give me the link in the end as well. And this is just a way I've automated it. So yes, I can definitely go and put it into Notebook LLM, but I have to do it every single way individually. As I said, that is level 1. A lot of people on YouTube or maybe other people in the market might be doing level 1, which is just going individually, putting reports and then reading about it. But I believe in speed and I believe in time is very important. So I have automated this entire process where I just throw it into a drive. My entire team throws it into a drive, and boom, 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 the Notion. So the Notion I've shared with my team. Now even they can go look at it by themselves, right? So that is what it is. So does Zapier does backdated reports also while generating new report? Whatever I give Zapier, it will do, right? Now, is this paid or is this free? Definitely, these are not completely free tools. There are some Zaps that are free. There are some Zaps that are paid. There are some instances that are free. There are some instances that are paid. But honestly, if you ask me, it saves my time, and the whole automation process here would not be more than maybe 500 to 600 rupees a month, right? I actually did a math on it. I don't remember it, but it was quite cheap to do the Zapier. Now, this is one level higher, right? Automation process. Now, this is nothing, because from what I have been reading constantly about the entire world of this, there are ways to automate this to another level, right? Automate investments, automate analysis to a very, very, very different level, right? So that is something that I'm doing. For example, remember I told you that I also built a tool. Now, again, I have zero coding experience, but I built a tool by myself. This is something that I showed last time, I feel. Let me just try to get it up again. So I made basically a ranking tool. Okay, this is by the way hosted privately, but this is a ranking tool on Python that was made again through AI. Manus made this. I didn't make it at all. Yeah, get this app back up. I didn't make this at all, right? This is absolutely crazy. This I would say is the final step, because yes, there are research reports that help you with this. There are tools that help you with this. What I'm basically doing is the access of information is getting fed faster for me, number one, and my time is reducing quite drastically to research a particular company, number two. Now, for example, I made a financial model to analyze IT companies. Okay. Now, if I go to Screener, okay, this is what I do, and let's say I run let's just go to the IT companies. Okay, over here I can just do IT software, or I don't even need to do this. If I don't want the lower end of the companies, I can go to screens. I can do sec what is it? Okay, I forgot what that was. Either way, let me go back here. So basically what I can do is, as you can see, I can go here, I can click on IT software, and there are 260 IT software companies here. I do export, right? I go back to that tool that I had created, right? Browse CSV, put the IT software CSV over here, and I have created this by myself. So I have told Manus, um, I have told Manas, make this for me, make this entire thing for me, right? I have given the commands for this. I have said, make it like this. I have given the parameters, and I have said, I want Warren Buffett criteria and Peter Lynch criteria also. And I want you to make things that are there. The uploaded CSV is missing following columns: debt to equity, OPM, and dividend yield. Okay, wonderful. So let me go back, right? Let me go back and create this. I'll show you the beauty of this, and I'll show you how it makes my life much easier and faster. So I need to add debt to equity, OPM, which is operating profit margin, debt to equity, and the last one, what did it say? Dividend yield. Very good. This is good. Save columns. And you can add as many columns as you want, right? More the columns, better it is for research and analysis. Obviously, that's how you can do it. So let me export it. Go back here. Remove the old file. Add the new file. Okay. Now look at this. Now I have to go here and put the weights of what I feel is good and what I feel is bad. Okay. So for example, I say I don't want debt to equity because it's IT companies. I want the return ratios to give 20% weightage, ROC to give 20% weightage. I want profit growth to give 10% weightage. Actually, profit growth I would give 20% weightage. Sales growth I need 10% weightage. Free cash flow is very important for me. Price to earnings ratio I don't care. Let me just get all the companies. Dividend yield I don't care right now. I wanted to match Peter Lynch criteria by almost 25 weightage points, right? Now, if I do this, it gives me a list of companies over here that I just put as the top 10 companies. Now, again, the Excel sheet that I've downloaded, I just put all the companies. But if it was me, I open that Excel sheet and remove all the market cap that I don't like or I don't need, right? So I can remove 1,000 and below, but basically I keep above 1,000. Now what happens is it has given me a list of companies like this, right? I don't know if they're good companies or bad companies, but it's just given me a good list here. So if I can reduce some of the weights like this, it'll automatically see, you can see this, it is changing. So I would like companies that are with high return ratios, okay, good free cash flows. You'll see automatically things start changing over here, right? Now, if I go to visualizations, you will see the visualizations over here. There are some companies that are sitting at very high return capital employed return ratios, as you can see some companies here. But I would also say these companies would be micro cap companies, so it won't usually come in my list. I will remove it, but I can make this into a better format, right? I look at investment philosophies. These are the Warren Buffett's investment philosophies: consistent ROE, low debt, high margins, earning growth, and economic moat. According to that, this is how it has ranked via the Buffett score. Right now, all of this, obviously, I know all of these companies are not great, but you can see some good companies coming in. For example, there's Oren Pro here. There is BLS International, which is a very good high cash flow generating company. Tata Elxsi, even though it's not doing well right now, Tata Elxsi and KPIT are here. Your Infosys is here. So you can see all of this, and obviously I can download the whole thing and look at the rank. If I had to look at it from a Peter Lynch criteria, again, this is the criteria that they have. It shows these companies are quite good. And this basically I've made it only for IT. And here I have my own custom screener, so I can choose what I want in this custom screener as well. By the way, think about this. I'm a guy who has no idea how to code, absolutely zero knowledge in coding, right? I'm using tools like this to enhance my investment philosophy. I don't even know what can be done, because everything is a, what do you call that, everything is a subset of what I think and believe it can do, right? Tomorrow, and I've just started, honestly, I've just started scraping the surface. I will be creating dashboards for myself on each and every industry that I want to track. Well, let's say I want to do healthcare or AMC, I will make my own custom dashboards for this over time, and I will build it over time. By the way, let's look at Manus. It has apparently finished the task. Okay, let's see. Where is this? Okay, let me do one thing. Can you compile everything in one PDF, please? It has given me so many files. It has given me investment opinion, challenges, risk, research report. Damn. My God. Guys, look at this. It's just unbelievable. Okay, let's let it compile in one PDF. But if I had to just export this as PDF, just this part. Okay, now just see this. By the way, by the time we were doing this entire video, right, this is what is coming out. Look at this. Key milestones, business segments, as we know, market size, Q-commerce landscape, the players, revenue growth, profitability trend, segment delivery breakdown. Okay, interesting. Valuation metrics quite high, obviously. Peer comparison, Zomato versus Swiggy breakdowns. By the way, this is first level of research. I can ask it more questions. It can go deeper and deeper and deeper. And it always works much better if I give it some research reports to analyze as well. It becomes much smarter, right? Strong revenue trajectory of CAGR of 56%. Bear case, it is having its own cash burn in Blinkit expansion. So, absolutely correct. All of this is correct. Intense competition from well funded rifles, short term outlook, medium term outlook, long term considerations, and conclusion. Okay, wow, let me go back here. As you can see, that is one. This is the company background, this is the financial data breakdown, right? Very interesting. And I can go deeper and deeper and deeper into this, but you see, now I don't have to go and look at 50 websites to understand what is good and what is bad. So these are basic prompts that I'm giving. As I said, I've not gone deep into it yet. And if you see, ChatGPT is still going through its own journey right now of doing its deep dive with looking at Narayana Hrudalaya and looking at Indeed. And also the list is like 82 companies, so it might take time for this. But this is what I'm saying, right? So I can give it more and more information on what it needs to do. Like for example, I was building a management integrity scoring tool, right? Why do I need this tool? Because I want to know at the end of the day, boss, management is the most important thing in the world, right? For any company. I want to go and look at go to screener. If I like a company, let's say I like a particular company, I want to download the con call transcripts for the last 5 years, which is every quarter. That is 4 con call transcripts each year, which is 20 con call transcripts. Now I can have one of my employee sit and go through those 20 transcripts, right? And I say, okay, you know what, go through this, look at it, tell me if the management is good or bad, did they deliver on their promise or not. So all of that can be done, right? For example, let me go here and show you. If I have, let's say, just TCS, for example, and look at this, these are all the transcript, 1 2 3 4, and it keeps going back, keeps dating back, right? Now if I want to know whether a management is good or not, I want to basically download all of these transcripts, put them into a learning engine, and actually say that, boss, now you tell me, is this management good, right? um, is this management good, have they delivered on their promise in the past, what is the score of this management? Because that would be my final goal, right? How good is the management? I can give it the annual reports, I can give it the credit rating reports, I can give it everything that it needs to become smarter, and then I tell me whether the management is good or bad. And that makes it quite advanced, because that makes it very, very interesting for me to understand. So I made like a management integrity tool. Obviously it's very basic, it's not a great tool yet, I'm still building onto it, to make it look much better and make it understand a little bit more. But that is what I'm saying, right? It's crazy the things you can do now, because I'm not a coder, is crazy. If I was a coder, obviously I would have done much better things, but I'm not a coder, so I'm learning by myself. But the important thing is here that a lot of AI has come into the picture in the market in the last few years. So either we do something about it, use it to our advantage, or don't do anything about it and just sit down and chill, right? But the whole thing is basically, how fast can we go into this game, how fast can we go into the picture, right? Will it give proper results? Can we depend on this? Answer is yes, it does give proper results. So basically I use Claude for that, or you can even use GPT. I mean, GPT is enough, you don't need multiple subscriptions. I use multiple subscriptions only because I know what each is good at, right? So if I had to go download some transcripts, let me show you the beauty of this. Okay, so I'm going to Claude, I'm giving it two transcripts of, second, I think I put the same ones. Sure do. See, I'll tell you why I do this, because I love analysis. I do research a lot. So I need information from a lot of places at a very fast given point of time, right? Because I want to read almost each and every industry and understand each and every industry much better. That is why I use these tools to make it much faster, right? And obviously, if you look at all the hedge funds, if you look at the big companies, they all have tools that they've built internally to analyze and access information, use sentiment score, build equity forecasting models. That is my next step. I want to start building equity forecasting models, right? Forecasting, if like sensitivity, if I say that revenue might go up 3%, it should automatically calculate everything in that company from P&L, cash flow, balance sheet. It should change the entire sheet, and then throw an output saying, because of this 3% increase in profit, we see that the share price can go up by 10% or 15%. That is the master, right? And I want to start feeding it news and information to understand that as well, because our entire market is sentiment driven. Let me show you. This is my con call transcript of TCS from last 2 quarters. Okay. I want to know if the management is good or bad. Have they delivered on their promise from the past? What are things that they did well, things they missed? Basically, I want to analyze the management, right? So in the end, please make a score of the management for me as well. Let's see what it does. See, guys, I'm showing you live. I'm showing you live. How did I give this prompt? I did it in front of you. There's no set template that I'm doing. I'm literally just saying what I want in my head. That this is a con call last 2 years. I want to know what is good. I want to know what is bad. I want to know whether the management is, actually good or not. Now, what it does is it starts talking about the management performance analysis, right? Areas of improvement. Okay. Delivery on promises. This is very important. They aim to improve margins and delivered a 40 basis point improvement. Management indicated signs of recovery in BFSI. In Q3, they reported positive growth in BFSI. Deal cycles were extending. This is how it is. And management score is 7.5. Now, I can make it go deeper. I can make it understand even further what it needs to do, what it doesn't need to do. So all of these things can happen. But see how fast I just saved my time in reading a 40-page report and then sitting and analyzing one by one what is good and what is bad. So I would strongly suggest that if you are interested in doing research and analysis, find one tool that might be good for you guys to do your own research on. Right? This I think is the detailed PDF that has come. Oh, see this PDF, guys. It's just unbelievable. I can literally package this and sell it to someone also. It's that beautiful. Or if you're in college and you're doing some research, I mean, just see the amount of time it has saved for somebody doing research. It's just crazy. And I can give it whatever prompts I want to make it better. So for example, if you don't know how to make it better, let me show you another way to make it better. If you don't know, how do I make this better? Let's say I want to apply for a job and they want a great research report on Zomato. Okay. What can I improve? This is, as I said, this is not just for data analysis and learning. This is also for you to learn more and more. And even if you're doing a job somewhere tomorrow, you can basically start using this as well. Good question by Rudra Raju. He's asking, what is the best results as per your analysis on GPT and Claude? If you ask me, I like Claude's. So there's two differences, right? GPT is obviously one of the best. It is very good. Manus is good in an agentic format. Okay, they're usually on agents. So see how it can make it better. It said, I will add a professional cover page. I will include an executive summary dashboard, enhance the financial analysis like DCF, improve visualizations, expand competition analysis, add industry deep dive management analysis, enhance investment thesis. I don't know if this will allow me to do. Yes, please do it because I don't have so many credits. It's a free version. But let's see if it can do. So GPT is also very good in research. I use Claude mainly for a different reason. So if you look at Claude, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff over here on Claude that I use it for. Claude has something called projects. Okay, projects is something that is very interesting when it comes to Claude, and this is something you can use however you want. Okay, on Claude, you know what projects is? I have fed it my own information over a long period of time, my own information, things that I have written in the past, my reels of the past is written here, my long form content scripts that I do on YouTube is written here. So all my scripts have been fed here, all my reels have been scripted here, and this is something that is customized by me and done by me. So for example, if you look at Reelbot, I have given it only 5% of knowledge. This is basically me understanding me, right? Shashank reels that is there. Same way it in the long form content, it is here. Now if I want to create a long form, like for example, there are some tools there are some videos I'm making. One is Adani's rise to power in India. I wanted to do a long form content on that. I wanted a BYD versus Tata kind of content. So I can do literally that kind of a content, right? So give me a nice YouTube video that you think you would like to see, right? Hi, Claude. I want to make a video on how Zara and H&M are losing to Zudio. Okay. Please use the knowledge you have and create a long form script content for me. Make it engaging in a story mode format. Use a lot of data to show the key differences. Okay. Yes, ideally you can also give it once again, let me see. Yes, use extended thinking, and I want the style user knowledge. Okay, I just said user knowledge. So let's see. So to create content, I've done this automation mainly because I don't want to think too much and waste too much time on creating my own content as well. So it creates long form content. It's not great for long form content, but I would say it's really good for short form content. I just go and check a news article, give this news article and say, create a script how I would create a script by myself because I've given it so many scripts in the past. It jumps in, creates its own script, and gives it back to me. So see this. Okay, you don't have to do all this. You don't have to do all this. Today, we are deep diving into how a relatively new Indian fashion brand is outmaneuvering global giants, the rise of fast fashion. Okay, entered Zudio, Tata Group's masterstroke. Right, look at this. The comparison between Zudio, Zara, and H&M. The secret sauce. Why is Zudio winning? Okay, store economics. This is absolutely beautiful data. Leave it for research. I can literally make a video on this today. I can literally shoot this video right now and put it up and it'll get good views, right? Look at this. The numbers don't lie. Financial performance, customer perspective, why Indians choose Zudio, expansion strategy, what is flooding the market, digital game, future background, what is next, and lessons. That's it. Now, this is my first prompt, and this has made everything according to how I would do it, right? It is not something that is someone else's script. And this is personalized. So, obviously, your script will be different from my script because that is how I've done it, but this is personalized. The same way, if I go and show you how a reel could be done, if I go here, so what I basically do is I go to Live Mint. Okay, let's say I want to look at some interesting article that I think might do well, might not do well, any random article, right? um let's say, okay, let's take this. I don't even know what this is. Let's take this. So what I do is I go back to Claude and I start, okay, I just start pasting the information here from that entire article. Ideally I can also give it the article, but I've realized that pasting it can make it much better because I'm actually feeding the information to the company. Just copy paste, nothing. Okay, now create an Instagram reel of 45 seconds. Use the knowledge that I have given you. Yeah, see this? That's the reel. This security giant is entering the stock market in a big way, and I can say I don't like the hook, make it better. And by the way, this is my format that I have given it over a long period of time, right? And this makes it, things like this actually comes. And I'm just showing you how AI can be used in not just financial analysis and understanding, but in a lot of things as well. So it is very, very, very beautiful, and it actually is very, very impressive when it comes to all of this. Okay, cool. I think we're almost done with time. Can we take some questions? Anyone who has any questions, can you guys put some questions here so we can take some beautiful questions from the audience? Obviously, members will get first preference, but anyone has any questions, you can ask me. Yes, I have liked Perplexity as well. Is Perplex? Yeah, even Perplexity is good. It's not bad at all, right? Definitely, definitely, definitely good. Right? Any questions from anybody? I know this is like I hope that this has actually opened your mind when it comes to looking at what is possible in the world of research analysis in the stock market. As I said, I'm still in day zero. I'm still in like day one on this. Just imagine the number of tools I will build over time, right? I have just started this. I've just started analyzing and researching this. Ideally, it is giving me the option to make these links and upload it on my own servers, and that will what will create a massive thing over here, right? What else? Any questions? Hi Shashank, I want to check if you use these tools when investing in stars. No, man, because stars happened in Jan. I've been using this only from Feb, March. Manus also came out quite recently. Yeah, notebook I've been using for a long period of time, but no, for stars PF, I have not used this. I did old school research. I went through each and every research report. I went through each and every value picker blog and found out whether it's good or bad, right? I literally went through 200 lines of 200 posts on value picker for each and every stock. That's why it took a lot of time for me, right? Any AI tools you use for F&O trading? No, not yet. But you know what? You can actually build. If you know Sai what you want in that, you can actually build it on ChatGPT as well, right? So, for example, ChatGPT I think has done it's done its research. Let's see. Okay, the top three healthcare companies. This is the criteria: financial strength, reinvestment potential. Very interesting. Reinvestment potential, which is free cash flow and earnings per share and capex. Valuation attractiveness. First company is given is Indigene. Okay, a healthcare solution provider. 27% ROE, 29% ROE. 5-year profit CAGR is 88%. Robust growth in cash flows also. So it is backed by growth. Attractive valuation. And why is it good? And second one is NH is great. Third one is this is actually great companies. There's absolutely great companies. It has also created a financial screener here where you can see NH obviously looks the best. Sales CAGR looks good in Indigene. I've not heard of it, that's why I don't know it. P ratio looks very attractive, and PEG is also very good. Price to sales is 5, which is again lower than the other two. Actually good companies. So it basically went through 80 companies and actually came out with 3 good companies that was here. Yeah. Yes. So coming to the question, you can create your own trading tools as well on this. So it's called Pine Script. Uh, I want to create a Pine Script indicator using mean reversion and z-score strategies. Give me a buy when the stock is above 200 DMA, or actually give me a buy when the stock goes above 50 EMA and sell when it goes below 100 EMA. So in this, also need to know a little bit of your own trading rules, right? If you're a trader, you need to do a little bit of that. So basically, it will create a entire Pine script code for you that you take it, go to trading view over here, go to Pine editor, So I'm already doing some research on this. Okay, yeah. So you just go here and paste it here, right? So that is me already doing mean reversion there. So you go and then add it to chart, and there might some errors might come. When the errors come, you go here and ask it how to fix the errors, or go to Google and check whether the errors can be fixed or not, right? Let's see. See, it added to chart actually. This is the strategy. This is your actual editor that I made right now. Um, but it's not giving me buy or sell. See, so things like this. There's a lot of things you can actually play around with. That's what I'm saying. There's this, the scope is endless, and there's insane amount of things that you can do, right? For you to actually learn more and more about this. So there's notebook. This obviously I've made a very deep dive video about all of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. By the way, how many of you like this? How many of you like this episode today? As I said, my main goal with you guys when I come and do a live session or I do this community sessions is so that you guys become better at what you do. And I don't like when you guys get stuck at being a retail investor. I want you guys to, I want to bridge that gap between you and an institution, you or a hedge fund, as much as possible, even if it's not through tools, mainly from your learning perspective, right? As I said, some people in the comments are still new. They don't know how AI is evolving, how AI is becoming better. But see, I didn't have to learn this, right? But I'm sitting and learning day in, day out on how to use AI so that I can become a better investor over time. I can use analysis to make my decisions faster. At the end of the day, it is still me who has to take the decision. Please understand this. It is not the AI that's going to take the decision. But AI is just going to help me understand whether something is good or bad. If you don't understand a particular chart, you can take a screenshot of a stock chart, give it to one of these GPTs, and literally tell it that what do you think about this chart? Is it good for me to enter or not? Because that is something I've seen a lot of people don't understand. Shashank, when do I enter? When do I exit? You can literally ask the questions here. What do you think about the risk reward ratio on this perspective? Right? You can give it your portfolio and ask it. You can literally download your portfolio, give it to it, and say, is this optimized? Is this not? It can give you some ideas about it, right? So as I said, my whole goal is to ensure that you guys learn as much as you can. As I told you guys, I am applying for my SEBI RA, which is the research analyst license. So then I can officially make beautiful research reports, and share it with the audience as well, right? So whatever I'm doing in my own time, I can actually make beautiful reports and share it with you on my thesis and my understanding. So, and also I'll be SEBI registered. So that's very good, right? Very difficult to get SEBI registered, but also very good if you get SEBI registered. So again, we have applied for it. Let's see how it pans out, how it turns out. But obviously, all of this, I'm being very transparent over a long period of time, is to learn and advance yourself, right? I'm obviously using this. I didn't have to tell anybody. I'm building a lot of tools by myself, but I'm just saying keep the possibility open of what are the things you can do in the future. Right? That is all I'm trying to explain to you guys. There are things changing across the world. Things are getting weird, but we should not stay stagnant like our big companies in the market. We should use AI, adopt it, make it better, and make it as an extension of our own brain and our own research. So that is basically what I'm trying to teach you guys. Okay, so again, thank you everyone. And if you have any more doubts, any more sessions, please put it in the comment section below. By the way, none of these tools I run or I own or there's any affiliate link or whatever. It's just for you to learn, man. That's it. A lot of people thought that I'm selling my own AI tools. I wish I was a founder of an AI company, but I'm not. I'm a simple guy who's doing finance content, and I love finance. So that is what I'm doing, and that is what I will keep doing as well. Okay, awesome. This is me, Shashank, signing off. Take care. See you guys. Bye bye.